What is going on, world? This is I Will Lou. Man, I bet money on anybody on this planet, man. I want to bet money with anybody on this planet to prove to me that God has wrote any God, any religion that people believe in. I want them to prove to me that what they believe in, the God that's in their scriptures, wrote their book. Because I know no human could prove to me that the God that they believe in wrote their testament or their book of religion. Nobody can prove to me that, because nobody has lived that far back. You know, to physically see that the God that they worship wrote that book. And this is no slight on the creator. This is no slight. This is no slight at the creator. All right. Ever since November the 4th, when my uncle passed away, because he was always curious about everything. We used to always talk about a lot of different stuff. We talked about everything from like wormholes to underground military bases to all type of stuff. Ever since he passed, whatever like that, things ain't been the same with me, man. Like it's no way I can take life serious. And what I see with a lot of these religions and stuff is that they have a tendency, it's the humans, man, it's the human part. They have a tendency of judging people. And when I was really into Christianity, like hardcore, and to me, I think some humans, just like me, I was the same way, I couldn't handle the information that was in that book. When I was reading, I couldn't handle it, whatever like that, because it seemed like it geared me towards to judging other people. And I think that's what these religions, what a lot of these books do to humans. When they read that book, when they read the words out of that book, some of them have a tendency of want to just judge people. They quickly try to find something wrong with the other person, and then they ain't looking at their own damn self in the mirror. So I want a human being on this planet to prove to me that their God has actually physically wrote the words in the book. Now, some folks will be like, well, it's the spiritual, it's the Holy Spirit. I'm like, how the hell do y'all know that it was some Holy Spirit that did something like that? You know what I mean? Like, just because the book tells you stuff, that doesn't mean that. When I think of these books, right? I think of the conquerors, right? Whoever conquered, whoever won, they're the ones that's telling the story. It's just like me watching Game of Thrones, right? I watched the whole thing of Game of Thrones, all 8 seasons, right? And near the end of the season, what they did was that when they told their story, they left all the ugliness out the story. They were doing some lying, like to make the person seem like they was really good when these people had a lot of flaws in their life, but they propped them up to make it seem like it was good. Matter of fact, one of the characters, I forgot who it was, I don't know if it was Sansa or somebody, they was like, nah, leave that part out. Somebody in Game of Thrones character in the season said, leave that part out. So that is the same thing that I believe what happens when people who wrote these religion books. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say. I want somebody to prove to me that point, and I bet nobody can do it. And this is no slight on the creator, though, because the creator that created all of this, I believe, had nothing to do with any scriptures in the Bible, the scriptures, people that believe in Allah and all them, and Muhammad and Krishna and all them, they had nothing to do with writing in these books. They didn't write scriptures. They didn't write the words in these books. Humans did that. All right, y'all, this is Awalu, and I catch y'all on the next one. Peace.